can you judge the weight of the load that you crush? Man, it depends. It's based on the size of the car. It's based on what you are crushing. That's what it's all based on. Now, if you know you're gonna be Now, if you know you're gonna be crushing nothing but all classic old cars, something like that, and you know it's gonna be a heavy load because that's their real Detroit steel. Now take for instance right here. Take for instance right here. Let's see what I got. I got a Ford F-250 down there at the bottom. I got a full size Dodge 1500 right there in the middle. Then I got a Chevy van. Oh no, I got a Dodge Ram 3500 van on top. All three of them have motors in, okay? Now, you equivalent the weight of all three of them together, put together. Okay, so that's how heavy that bundle is gonna be, right? Okay, now manage. Now picture you doing 4 more bundles exactly just the same in an equivalent weight. So you might say this bundle here probably is about a good, I would say probably about a good, you're looking at anywhere from 10,000 pounds plus 10,000 pounds plus. Okay, so you end up putting maybe another 20, I would say 20, maybe another 15,000 pounds on top of that. Okay, so equivalent that weight right there in the middle. That's not including the one that's on the front. So you got to calculate that one too also. So now you don't calculate it all three of them together. Okay, so that you don't figure out the weight on that one. Now you do the other two bundles the exact same way. You know what I'm saying, on what you crushed. So I crushed all vans or all trucks or something like that. So you know you don't want to put your load sitting at like 86,000 to 87,000 pounds, because that's definitely going to get you pulled over by DOT. There is no ifs, ands, buts about that situation. You know what I mean? But sometimes if you guys see how I actually crush some of these loads, to where if I got all big trucks or all big vans or something like that, then I'm going to end up putting maybe like 12 cars to that load. That's about it. Or maybe 13. You know, 14 is pushing it when it's all classics or all big trucks like Ford F-350s, or you got the big Chevy Duramaxes. You know, when you got a lot of those, man, trucks weighs up after a period of time. Weight adds up. It really does. It adds up. You know what I mean? And the bigger the vehicle is, the more weight it is. It's a different way, man, on how you try to calculate the weight of it. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, so it's not really that hard for me just to calculate what I'm crushing. You know what I mean? It doesn't take that much for me. It really doesn't. You know, some people may take quite a bit. Some people may take quite a bit for me. I mean, once you know what you're crushing and you know what you're gonna put together, like I say, just like somebody had asked me, what car do you know what's next, what you're gonna crush? I don't know next what I'm gonna crush, but it's called the plan of attack. That's basically what it's called. It's just a plan of attack, and that's the same way on how I'm crushing this load. So like say for instance again, if I'm crushing all big trucks, then I will only put maybe anywhere from 12 to 14. Well, 14 will be pushing it, but 13 will be the max if it's all big trucks with motors. So you know that's going to be a heavy load, because you actually crushing what, a 6,000-7,000 pound goddamn me truck with everything still on it. So the more heavy duty it is, the more weight it is in that bundle. So that's how you actually kind of just judge it a little bit. You know what I mean? I mean, you're not going to just get the weight correctly on the car, because you gotta look at it. You taking stuff out, you put stuff on. You know what I mean? So you ain't gonna get the weight right at the point of it, because it's not going to happen that way. It's just not. Because like I say, just like I tell some of these guys here, okay, so you got a 4,000 pound car, okay, but then again, if you take the motor out, look at the motor, it's maybe around about 300 pounds, maybe 350 pounds. So minus 300 minus the 4,000. Then you start taking more stuff away. You start taking the rear end. You start taking the doors. You start taking the wires out. So right about now, by the time you finish with that car, man, you done took off anywhere from like 1,500 to 2,000 pounds off that car. So now that car is lightweight. If y'all get what I mean on this situation, I mean it's really not hard to figure this out, guys. It's really not. You know, like this weight right here that I'm loading up right here. Okay, so yesterday I had a load and I was off 400 pounds. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, man, this is gonna be, you know, so this is gonna be anywhere from 80 to maybe an 83,000 pound load. And it came out to be, in the load that I loaded up yesterday, it came out to be almost 82,000 pound load. Now that's over the limitations of them getting pulled over. You know what I mean? So the way I kind of judge everything and the way I look at everything, if you see it totally different and look at it totally different, then you can actually judge your weight on what you're looking at on the load. You know, exactly like I said, what you're looking at on the load there. That's all it is. So I put this load here right at maybe, I'll put this load probably in between, I would say 77, between 77 and 79 on this load right here. 77,000 pounds to 79,000 pound load right here. That's why I put this load here right here. I wouldn't even go any higher because my biggest, heaviest bundle is right there in the middle. And a slight heavy will be the one at the end. But the one on the top is not heavy. The one on the front is not heavy. This one right here I'm picking up, it has a little weight to it because we done add a lot of trash, steel to it out of our crusher. So you don't probably added an extra 800 pounds of trash or something like that. Cause I mean it weighs up, man. It weighs up. Come on, Mario, leave that right here. You ain't finna get that off, man. That damn thing got metal wires on it, boy. I mean, I'm not a professional when it comes to this, you know, since trying to just weigh it. But like I say, man, I've been doing this for so long that you pick up things and you learn things as you just go along. And, you know, and then you being a loader driver, you can actually calculate your own weight. I mean, just mathematics skills, baby. That's all it is. Mathematics skills. Matter of fact, I will actually show y'all the load right quick and what it looks like. Go right there. That's what the load looks like right there. That's exactly what the load looks like. So you know what? Y'all stay up and I'll stay up. Peace.